type shit too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was peak technology. And my favorite phone ever, till this day, is none of these iPhones, none of these Androids. I guess you could count as an Android, but the BlackBerry Curve,
Mm.
all time
See,
favorite.
I didn't have cell phones growing up.
Yeah, I
I
had.
did not have a cell phone. So fun fact, I'm kind of lying a little bit when I say I didn't have cell phones growing up because I did.
But
I
like
had a
later.
flip phone. I had a flip phone when I was in sixth grade because my
Mm,
dad was a single dad at that point in time. So he's like, if I'm working, like I need to have a way to get a hold of you and vice versa. So my phone number's in here and your grandmother's phone number is in here. You cannot receive any pictures. You can't send any pictures. Like he had that shit on lockdown, strict as fuck. Um, and so I only used it. It was like only for emergencies type shit. And then I got another one when I was in like eighth grade. But when I was in eighth grade, that's when everyone started getting the NV ones with the keypads and all that kind of shit when we were like 13. Those were like the shit. And again, I got another fucking flip phone. Same thing. Couldn't send pictures, couldn't take pictures, couldn't whatever. Like shit on lockdown. And then I think I washed it and it broke and my parents never got me a new one.
washed it.
Um I think that's what happened. I'm not sure though, but it was purple. I do remember the first one was red, and that's when red used to be my favorite color. And then when I was like 13, my favorite color was purple, so I got a purple whatever the phone was. Nothing super crazy. And then when I was 14, I got an iPod Touch. And that's where I really started being able to like go on social media and all that kind of stuff. My senior year of high school, I think the iPhone 5C had just come out that year. Like everybody had like the iPhone 4s with the glass backs and everything. Um, and I really wanted an iPhone. And I was like, I'm 17, like I'm a senior. Like, can I have a cell phone? And my parents were telling me like they were all excited to give me my mom was. She was all excited to give me my Christmas gift. She's like, you're gonna love it. You're gonna shit your pants. Blah blah blah. And I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, maybe it's a phone. And I opened up the gift that she was so excited to give me, and it was a track phone. At 17. Anyway, I was, needless to say, I was a pretty, like, barely sheltered child. Um, for that point. It cost 0.3 minutes to send a text, and it cost
Jesus.
0.3 to receive the text. Um, I had that thing, and honestly, I'm pretty sure my brother used it. It was indestructible. I had a kid chuck that thing across the football field, didn't break. That thing used to fall out of the pockets of my shorts during track practice and slide down the entirety of the hallway. Like, it was indestructible.
How embarrassing.
I'm sure it's still around in this house somewhere too, I'm not gonna lie. Um, and then after I graduated high school, the day of the graduation of my high school, I went to one of my friend's graduation parties, and I called my parents from one of their phones, and I was like, hey, can you guys come pick me up? Or actually, I might have called them from my phone. I don't know. But I was like, can you guys come pick me up? And they're like, yeah, we'll be there in like an hour. And I was like, okay, cool. So I waited an hour. And they didn't show up. So I was like, where the fuck are my parents? So I called them again and called them again, and they're not answering. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? Finally, they show up. And I was bringing my friend home at the same time because she lived kind of across the street from us, but we were going to hang out at my house for a little bit and swim because my parents had gotten a pool and whatever. So we go into my room to change into our bathing suits, and my mom is yelling at me. Mind you, we just got home. She's screaming. She was like, come get your shit off the fucking table. And I was like, I didn't even have anything with me. What shit do I have on the table? So finally, I go out there after she yelled at me like 3 times to get my shit off the table. And when I walked out there, the iPhone 5C in blue is sitting on the table. And that's where I started my iPhone usage.
Never.
I never went back. And honestly, iPhone needs to do something because their shit's starting to get boring.
It's gonna be like that to me. This is
Well,
this is it.
honestly, you know what's even fucking crazier? Back when I first got the iPhone, right? The iPhone 6 had come out like a year after that, like later that year. And then iOS 6 update came out. How are we on iPhone 17 but iOS 26?
This is the future.
Like like if the iPhone 6 came out and the iOS 6 update came out at around the same time, how are we on fucking iPhone 17 but iOS 26? How are we to now 10 ahead of the iPhone?
This is the future. Really? That's what they're trying to
But
do. They're trying.
Apple
They're
needs to do
trying to
something.
put it
Apple
forward.
Apple needs to do something because their phones are getting boring. They're the same thing every fucking year.
Yeah.
Nothing has changed on an iPhone since probably the like 10.
Now, but there's not. What can you really change about it though?
I don't know. Bring back the fucking iPhone, like you know how the iPhone 5C was plastic?
Yeah.
Bring that shit back. Make them cheaper. I
They
don't
nah,
need
they
to
can't.
have
But
a
that's the
fully
thing with companies is that you can't make
no, but
nothing
I don't
cheap.
need to have a fully titanium phone.
I agree with that.
I don't want the back of my phone to be glass where if I drop it, it shatters. That happened to my iPhone 10
Funny
or
enough,
12.
none of my
I
iPhones,
think
like the back
I
of them,
think
ever shattered.
I think I had the 10 or the 12. One of those ones. I had it for a month and I dropped it. It fell off of my countertop in my kitchen and the whole back of it shattered.
Okay.
And it
Well,
was like that for the 2 or 3 years that I had it. And then ever since then, I'm like, well, I'm never just going to get a regular iPhone. I have to get the Pro with the titanium so that way I don't shatter my entire phone. But the iPhone 5 like had normal shit. Why can't we bring back the C, the color? The color was cool.
you like these colors?
The new ones for the iPhone 17?
No,
I've seen a
I'm
lot
saying
of love.
the seat.
Oh, the 5C?
Yeah.
I liked the colors. Yeah, they were cute. You had a pinkish red color. You had the yellow. You had the blue. And then
I
was there
would
a green?
agree. Yeah, I would agree. They do look pretty. Like looking back on like the 5 Cs and shit.
Yeah, they were cute.
They were very different in that sense. I think they should have went forward with that with the newer iPhones, but they went like with the rose gold and the white, gray, and
Which I don't mind.
yeah. What I think they should do is, I mean, what they're kind of doing right now, they kind of brought back colors in a sense, which is cool. I mean, I guess you
So
could.
they had a green, a white, a blue, and the pink I'm pretty sure was called coral. And a yellow.
Yeah, I remember the yellow, the pink, and the blue. The white one, not so much, but
I'm trying to open a fucking image, but it won't let me.
shout out.
Can you see it? Is it blurry? Yeah, like right there. Like that's they're cool
Yeah.
colors. And they also iPhones have gotten so big.
You don't
iPhones
like
have
big
gotten
phones?
so big. I've seen people compare the iPhone 5, 4, 5, whatever to the iPhones that we have now. Like they've lined all of them up and they just keep getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, I think I have my 5 right here. It doesn't turn on. I think I've got it right. Little piece of shit. Literally a little piece of shit.
Right. But like
Yeah, I
hold that
think
up to your hand.
this one is. I don't know which one this one is.
Put
This
them
might
next
be
to each
like
other. Whichever ones you're about to
6.
pull up. The 6, so okay. Right.
This is a crazy comparison.
Right.
And this might be
Like
like a
why
year difference. It might just be like
why did
1
they
year.
keep making them bigger? Like I get, how they have the iPhone Max now where
Yeah.
it's a larger screen, sure. But I can only imagine what an iPhone Max is now compared to what it used to be. A Max is probably the size of this fucking iPad
I was gonna say it's probably gonna
in
be
your
the
fucking
length of an
pocket.
iPad eventually. Probably not like the whole iPad, but in terms of like width and length, maybe or width or length, it's gonna
But
be one of those.
I think they need to bring back the plastic backs. They were cheaper, they were basically indestructible.
I
You
think the
didn't feel
reason
as
why they
bad when you
don't do
dropped your
that
iPhone.
because it's
But also they looked clean. Like I
it's,
have
it's,
the
it's it's gonna
purple.
force people to get Apple Care, and that's a major selling point for them. When you get any Apple product, they advise you to get Apple Care because hey, your shit might crack. Actually, your shit will crack. Like I'm pretty sure, like 80% of people who buy these iPhones, their screen eventually cracks, one way or another.
Yeah, I
So it's like,
guess.
yeah, I think that's their whole business thing. How can we make
Well,
this phone the most destructible it can be?
so now they have the with this release of iPhones, they have the iPhone Air, which is basically as thin as the iPhone 6. Now, I just started going to college when the iPhone 6 came out. And I remember people complaining that the iPhone was literally bending in their back pocket.
I remember that. Yeah, I do.
Like if they put it in their back pocket and they sat on it, it was bending. And that's what they're saying this iPhone, the Air, the 17 Air is like.
You never really hear that about Androids, but Androids are relatively thin too. They're not very chunky phones.
No, but with fucking Androids, you look at the thing the wrong way, the back falls off and the battery flies out and goes across the room. That was the one thing that I remember in high school. Like, of someone's Android would fall out of their phone, the back would fall off, and the battery is like out in the middle of the hallway.
That shit is fucked up.
And you're like, what the fuck?
Androids are
Someone
so
drops an
funny.
iPhone, someone drops their iPhone, and you just got to worry about whether or not the glass is broken
Yeah.
or not.
Your shit will still be there. Your shit will still be on.
Fun
Fucking.
fact: my job actually had Apple come and tour recently, so iPhone 18 might be a little less smudgy because of me. Just saying.
I don't know if you can take credit for that, but maybe your company
It will be
can.
because so the product they want to start making a new product in my building to put on the glass to prevent the smudges and oils from being like all over the fucking screen.
iPhone has become oil resistant. Remember when they became water resistant? Very groundbreaking. You can use your phone underwater.
Are they really water resistant?
They're
I'm
not.
still scared.
I've
They're
never
not because
tested that, but
so I don't get the whole water resistance thing because I could literally get the slightest amount of water in my charging port and it's like, yep, can't charge your phone.
gotta dry that thing
How
out.
do you expect me to be able to bring this shit under the water then?
Yeah, how do you expect me to record?
And now they're saying you're not even supposed to put your phones in rice anymore.
Come on. I've been doing that for years when I used to get my shit with water damage. Put my shit in rice for like a day or maybe a couple hours. Suck that shit
So
right
my
up. Oh.
my question is, if you were to get the new iPhone 17, if you were to get the Pro, what would you get? So the Pro has that new fancy orange color, but they also have a dark blue, a gray, a white, and a black.
It'll be either black or
Would
gray. I'm pretty simple. I don't really go
you
for the
wouldn't
colors.
get the fucking orange?
Nah, I'm gonna have a case on my shit regardless.
But the plain 17 has black, white, gray, green, purple, and light blue. And the purple isn't like this bullshit dark purple that they have on
Yeah.
the 14 where you can barely tell that it's purple. I will say, I think it was the iPhone 13 that had that dark green. That was hot. That dark green, that was a nice color. This
Was it
purple
like
bullshit that
olive
I have,
green?
fucking lame. Yeah, I think it was
Yeah,
like
I
a
kind
dark
of remember
green.
that. Well, I don't
I
know.
think it was.
If I was supposed to choose a color, I always choose like whatever. Like usually what my case is gonna be, which is black. I just get a black case. I don't know, man. I'm pretty simple with the shit, man.
Yeah,
I don't
look
go
at that.
too above and beyond. Yeah, I like that.
That's a nice green. Now they've got. I don't know if you can tell. Yeah,
Oh
yeah, I
yeah,
can
that's
see
when they
that.
had the five seat, the lime green case, not case, but the lime green phone. It's
They got
decent.
those colors.
They look a little too like what's the shit called pastels?
Yeah.
Like those type of colors. I don't really like it. I like more of like a solid color or even like a matte black. I love a matte black. But matte colors are so cool.
Do you like the orange?
Nah.
I don't know. I like the gray of my iPad. Is a nice color.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty simple when it comes. I just like those colors for phones. Like when people get like white phones or whatever, I don't really care for it.
I liked the white phone that I liked the most was the 5C. It was just so clean looking.
Yeah. I'll probably just stick with a plain black. And I'm just a very, I don't know, man. Just something about a black phone.
Hmm,
A
sounds
black
suspicious.
phone